Before we start digging in, we will learn first about what is this game, what is it about, and I'll be the one explaining here. Hello everyone, I'm Frostnova and we'll talk about the game Endless Alice. Endless Alice is a roguelike RPG game made by the Howling Ring Entertainment. They're a independent game team based on Taiwan. So the game is about slaying hordes of enemies in order to make your character more stronger and defeat the final stage boss. Although currently there is no lore about this game, whether it's about character lore or even boss lore. The game supports up to 4 players to play, which I recommend you to find some more friends to play with. Ever played Wisp of Rain? Yeah, it's quite similar to it, except it's a bit more harder as the enemy spawns non-stoppingly. You have to gather enough items on field to make your survivability more higher. As the fight goes on, the enemy's intensity will also raise slowly. The higher the intensity, the more difficult the fight will be. That's when the items show up. In this game, you can gather tons of items and build a style that you like. If you like high damage output, you could try to choose damage and crits item. And if you prefer with DPS build, you can also pick attack speed and damage. As for this game can gather same item over and over and stack its effect infinitely. Currently, there is 5 different characters you could choose to play in this game, such as Shibako, Shimiao, Leia, Takehime, and Alice. Each character has different kind of combat style and ability. For example, Shibako is a mage. She fights using her staff and her dog Shiba Inu. She is good at dealing large area damage to the enemies. Shimiao. She is a dual wielder that fights with her dual swords. While her attacks may seem weak, but she is good with her speed, attacking the enemies from behind and breaking their formation. Next is Leia. She's a archer that fights with bow and her groans. Though she's just merely an archer, but her capabilities are beyond all of that. Using her groans, she could blow a large amount of damage to the enemy force. Takehime, the swordmaster from the Eastern region. She has a great damage output and area skills. Using her remarkable sword skill, she could breach out enemy force like it's nothing. And lastly, Alice. She is a special character among all of others. Alice is a sharpshooter that fights using 2 weapons in hand. While in light mode, she could use her agile movement and attack enemies using her assault rifle. When she is heavily surrounded, she can change into heavy mode, switching out with a grenade launcher and dealing great AoE damage to the enemies. And notably, Alice is the only character that could self-heal. With this 5 character, you can pick whichever you want that suits you. Yes, as you continue to play, your character can receive an awakening. Each awakening can be used to increase your character skills and effect. Usually, you can get an awakening after killing a boss, but sometimes you might also encounter something such as awakening altars. By collecting 3 awakening altars, it will grant you an awakening. So be sure to look out for it. Just like most roguelike games, you don't get to clear it in a single run. Well, if you did, well, congratulations, you're impressive. Well, as you die, you can get a currency that's called Alice Coin. With this coin, you can level up your character and passive to make the fight even more easier. Now, as you explore around, you might wonder where's the boss? Is it coming in yet? Well, when you're ready, you can always go ahead and face the boss. By triggering with the boss altar, the final boss will spawn in. During the boss fight, the every other field item will be locked until boss is killed. You might be troubled as the map is so big, it's so hard for you to find the boss. Well, don't worry. If you don't know where the boss is at, always remember to look up, as the altar will release a beacon so the player won't be lost while searching for the boss. The boss sometimes appear in different kind of forms. Sometimes they appear in alone, or maybe they appear in groups. Usually, if they appear in groups, it's most likely it's elite enemies. But if it appear alone, then it's the real boss, which usually will be harder to fight. As you reach stage 2 out of 4, you will encounter a portal, and through that portal, the game will end and shows you the final result. That is it from the game. For more information, please stay tuned as I will continue to update the newest information of the game. Be sure to enjoy the game and have fun.